Not another 3 p.m. kickoff. Did you know that a lot of cities' 3 p.m. kickoffs are actually shown in the United States on television? For example, if you get Fubo TV, you can actually watch some of City's games that are televised in the States that aren't televised in the UK. The problem is, if you try and access that from the UK, you'll get geo-blocked, which means you won't be able to access their content. However, with ExpressVPN, you can tell the internet that you're actually in the United States of America, even though you're in Manchester, mate, which is our madness. Now, City Extra viewers can get a special discount by clicking the link in the description. You'll get 3 months extra completely for free when you sign up for their 12-month plan. So, unlock a world of new content today with ExpressVPN and support City even more. Yes, and welcome to another video, and this is a biggie, guys, because we're looking ahead towards the Arsenal game, which is on Saturday, and then the Chelsea versus Liverpool game, which is on the Sunday, and this is a massive weekend in the Premier League title race. City could open up a 12-point gap to Liverpool with a win on Saturday against Arsenal before the big game on Sunday between Chelsea and Liverpool. You know, you think basically whoever loses that game is pretty much out the race, you would like to think. So a draw is great for us. A draw's not really great for either of them two. But yeah, loads to preview here, guys. So before we do, guys, I'm going to set a like target of 1,000 likes. So please smash the thumbs up on the video. Really help support the channel. Doesn't cost you a penny. And please subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Right, bro, City coming into this in good form. 10 Premier League wins on the bounce. However, Arsenal are also in good form, bro.
Yeah, Arsenal have been slamming recently, so I don't see this as being an easy game at all. I love the fact that we are playing before Liverpool and Chelsea again. I think on a video that we did this month, I think at the beginning of the month, we were speaking about the fact that we're playing before Liverpool pretty much every single game, and that's kind of, obviously because of COVID situation that came true, and it's been good for City because we're getting points on the board. We're putting points on the table, and Liverpool they've got some postponements and that they've got a game in hand, but still they're dropping points, and the pressure I think is getting to them. But we have the opportunity to do that on Saturday because we played before the game. We're playing at R12, and we can open up that 12-point gap. Obviously, it does rely on us beating Arsenal first, which isn't going to be a walk in the park, but it just means that Chelsea Liverpool game, I don't even obviously a draw is great, but I'm just happy for any of them to win because in my head I'm kind of like I'd prefer Chelsea to win because I feel like come the end of the season I think Liverpool will be closer to us than Chelsea will be, but to be 12 points clear by the end of the year, or by the beginning of the year, is an incredible way to start 2022. Yeah.
Well, let's focus on this Arsenal game then. I'm looking at our record against Arsenal. It's absolutely superb. And the last time we lost against them was back in July last year, which was a 2-0 loss in the FA Cup. Before that, the last time we dropped points, again, it was the FA Cup in 2017. We've not lost against Arsenal in the Premier League since 2015.
That's wild.
That's absolutely insane. And what we've said for a very, very long time is the reason that we beat Arsenal and genuinely beat them well is because we play the same style, but we have a better manager and we have better players. So, you know, it's not like when, say, City play Burnley, right? Obviously, we play completely different styles of football with completely different styles of manager. We do have the better players, but they have a system that works for them. You know what I mean? It's not always guaranteed to win because you're playing at two different systems. When we play Arsenal, we play the same system. So more often than not, the better players will just win and the better manager will just win because tactics don't really come into it because you're both playing the same thing. I mean, looking at the results, bro. 5-0, 4-1, 3-0, 3-0, 3-1, 2-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-1. Like, we're scoring goals, not really conceding that many. Why? Because we're just a better team than Arsenal. However, there is something in the air about Arsenal this season. They had a poor start, and we absolutely thumped them 5-0. I remember that game, actually, when we did the stream. Yeah. But I feel like Arteta's slowly but surely getting a grip on this Arsenal side. He's basically got rid of Oba and said, I don't care if you're my club captain, I'm not having you in this team anymore. And I feel like he's starting to exert a little bit of authority on the team. The team is responding, and they're playing very, very well from what I've seen of late. So it's not going to be an easy game, and I don't know whether I should expect another 5-0 or 3-0 or whatever, but I do expect City to get the win. I do expect us to get the job done, purely based on us having better players and having a better manager. However, I don't know if I'm as confident as I have been in previous matches against Arsenal, where I'm thinking we're going to score like 3 or 4 goals, bro.
Yeah, it's master and apprentice, isn't it? Both teams play the same football, play pep ball, and then, but you know what I mean? Pep's the master at pep ball. So I think we'll win the game, like I say, but I don't know how much it'll be by. And I think a lot of Arsenal fans will be looking at a game again, like the Liverpool game that they had a couple of months back, just to look at where they are, if they've actually turned a corner or not. Because I think you said to me before that people call them the bullies, innit? Because they're beating all the lesser teams, but then when they come against the bigger teams, the top 6, they're not doing so well. Like, obviously, we beat them 5-0. They played Liverpool. I think they got beat 4-1 or 4-0. I can't remember what it was, but. And then if they come to us again and then we beat them again, say by a high score, just say like 4-0, 5-0, then you look at it going, it's kind of 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of thing, because you're like, oh, how do we beat them? How do we beat the bigger teams? But like you say, Arsenal at the moment are slamming. They look really good. So I don't know how it's going to go. I think it'll be, like I say, I don't imagine it'll be a 5-0, but who knows?
Yeah. But I do think City will get the win, and that will extend our lead to
12 points.
Then we go into Sunday. Massive game for Chelsea and Liverpool. It's based, like I said at the start of the video, I do think whoever loses that game, I do think he's then out of the league. You know, maybe that's a bit harsh, but I do. It's a big knock in it to the confidence, bro. A draw doesn't really do either of them any favours. And obviously it depends who wins. Like me personally, I've said from the start of the season, I do not see Chelsea as credible title winners. I just don't. I don't think that. I think they're going to draw too many games. And you've already seen how many games they're going to draw. And I think they're going to draw a lot more. And I think they'll end up finishing about 3rd or 4th. I think they're more of a cup team than a league team, but based purely on the way that they play football. Liverpool, on the other hand, I do think that a win for Liverpool against Chelsea will really give them some confidence going forward, bro, because they weren't good in against Leicester. They were poor against Leicester. I thought they were fatigued. They looked tired. I thought they missed Robertson a lot, and obviously he's out of this game as well. I thought the front 3 couldn't really string a pass together, and then when they did, they missed big chances. A win here for them, and I think that you'll see a little bit of a bounce back, and they might put a bit of a run of wins together. You know what I mean? Go maybe a 5-match winning streak or something, which will put them back in contention. You'd think to get the confidence back up. Me personally, I want a Chelsea win, and the reason I want a Chelsea win is I don't see them winning the league regardless of regardless if they win or lose on Sunday. So me personally, I'd rather Liverpool, because I see Liverpool more as my title threat than Chelsea. I'd rather Chelsea win. And Liverpool take a massive dent. I think that would be brilliant for us. Chelsea will be a bit closer, but I still think they'll draw too many games. That's me personally. Either that or a draw. That's for me personally what I'd like to see.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, because obviously the whole Liverpool situation, I see Liverpool being our main title. I think closer to next year, I think we'll see Liverpool up there with us. And the fact is that if we obviously do go 12 points clear at the top of the table, and Liverpool end up winning their game in hand, they'll only be 6 points off City if they beat Chelsea. So I feel like that's a lot closer. Do you know what I mean? That's 2 games out. If they go out there with the confidence that they'll beat City, that's only 3 points. And you got a game, and do you know what I mean? There's still a long way to go in this season. There's still so much time. Do you know what I mean? We've seen times like Crystal Palace and that where we have slipped up. So for me. See, I want Chelsea to win based on that fact that I don't want Liverpool anywhere near us. Anyway, I want Liverpool as big as the gap as possible on Liverpool. However, a draw is just really nice, because you're not only extending the lead on one of the teams, you're extending the lead on both of the teams, and make the gap between us and Chelsea and Liverpool as far as possible. And you know what I mean? I'm happy, and keep them two together further down.
I think it all depends on, do you view Chelsea as a real
title contender?
I don't. They've won 2 in the last 5. They've drawn 3 of the last 5. Like, they've already drawn 6 games this season. You know, which is more than any team in the top 10 bar Brighton. They're drawing games because they don't play enough attacking players. You know what I mean? I've seen Chelsea fans on Twitter today saying, "Oh, we're in an injury crisis." No, you're not in an injury crisis. The reason that you're drawing too many games is because you play 3 attacking players and you score about 1 goal a game. So that's the reason, lads, that you're not going to win the league. So me personally, because I've said all along that Chelsea will not win the league, I want Liverpool as far away as possible from me.
Yeah.
And if the difference is a point, then I'd rather Chelsea just win it because I don't see them as a title contender. But I do understand the people saying they want to draw. You have to let us know, guys, in the comment section below. In fact, I'm gonna push you though for an actual result. What do you think the score is gonna be in that Chelsea-Liverpool game, bro?
I'm going 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1
Lukaku.
Chelsea. I mean, it is at Chelsea as well.
Lukaku gets the winner.
The thing is, Liverpool need to bounce back. They were poor against Leicester.
Yeah, they were terrible.
Even Liverpool fans will admit they were poor. And I think Klopp even admitted he was poor. I actually watched the Klopp interview thinking he was going to start moaning, but to be fair, he was actually reasonable and said, nah, they just weren't good enough. I think they're massively missing Robertson. He provides a lot of energy. I don't like him, but he's a very good player in terms of the energy they gives you. They're missing something in the midfield. They look slow. If Chelsea can defend well and execute at the other end, I'm with you, bro. I think they could nick it. 1-0, 2-1. However, you know, it depends how many penalties Salah gets, I guess. Depends on
Salah
the
gets
score
his
as well.
former club as well.
But I'm going to go Chelsea win. You're in for Chelsea win as well.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see, guys. But let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Is this the weekend that the Premier League will be decided? Let us know your thoughts down below. Please smash a thumbs up on the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Have a happy new year. And we'll see you in the next one.